Welcome to another daily dose of the Bible. We are reading Genesis right now. This is Genesis 6 that we're about to read. So far we've heard about the history of creation, then how God made the first family, the first murder that occurred, and family and healing, and then the genealogy of that family that God worked with there in the Garden of Eden. So chapter 6 starts with the wickedness and the judgment of man. Now it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and the daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants on earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God came in to the daughters of men, and they bore children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of his thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that he had made man on the earth, and he grieved in his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the earth, both man and beast, creeping things, and birds of the air, for I am sorry I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. So that's that first little segment there. It's an interesting time in our history that it's talking about right here, when there's sons of God, I don't know, is that angels maybe, having daughters or having children with people, and you know, creating giants, and therefore, you know, the men of renown. These are things that we don't really, you know, have a very clear picture. We don't really understand. I've heard, you know, like maybe some of the Greek mythology might be related to some of these stories of those mighty men of renown and angels that, you know, sons of God that came to have children with humans. But it's sad that we're only 6 chapters into the Bible and already God was sorry that he created us. I mean, it had been a long journey from, you know, wherever he started to Noah here, you know. But in Noah's time, we were just so pitiful and thankless. Didn't really worship or follow what God had set up for us, and he even wanted to destroy the animals. That's how, like, sorry he was that he made us. But Noah found grace in the eyes of God. Noah pleases God. That's the next section. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with God, and Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. So God looked upon the earth, and indeed it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way. For all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. So he decided that, yep, you know what, I probably should get rid of this garbage, and everyone else had corrupted their way on earth. That is really hard to believe and sad, and you know, sometimes it feels like we're all alone, but just imagine poor Noah and his family. They must have been just in a sea of wickedness just all around them, and you know, God gave them hope. So the ark prepared. And God said to Noah, The end of all flesh has come before me, for all the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark, and cover it inside and outside with pitch. And this is how you shall make it. The length of the ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. You shall make a window for the ark, and you shall finish it to a cubit from above, and set the door of the ark in its side. You shall make it with lower, second, and third decks. And behold, I myself am bringing floodwaters on the earth, to destroy from heaven under all flesh, in which is the breath of life. Everything that is on the earth shall die. But I will establish my covenant with you. You shall go into the ark, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of every living thing, you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark, to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female. Excuse me. Of the birds after their kind, of animals after their kind, and of every creeping thing on the earth after its kind. 2 of every kind will come to you to keep them alive. And you shall take care for yourself of all food that is eaten, and you shall gather it to yourself, and it shall be food for you and for them. Thus Noah did according to all that God commanded him, and so he did. It just occurred to me that this is a story here of how Noah prepped for doomsday. You know, it's like something that you hear a lot about people thinking about right now, you know, bugging out or whatever, or you know, what will they do if the electrical grid goes down, or, you know, elaborate plans. But this is a true story of Noah. You know, here's God saying, build this ark. I'm gonna, you know, it's judgment's coming on this earth, and you got to be ready. And you know, he gives them instructions and tells them just how to, you know, make sure you got enough food, make sure you have a way to shelter all these animals. You are going to be taking care of all of the future animals of the earth. So, you know, that's a mighty job that he was given, and you know, praise God that he helped him to get through that. And I just pray that you'll take this into your hearts, and, you know, when you see a mighty task before you, you can think of Noah. You can think of the strength that God gave him to complete his task in the midst of all of his challenges. And the world's falling apart around him, depravity and debauchery, and, you know, that's how we feel a lot of times too, like we're just out here on our own. But just remember that you're never alone. God is always with you, and his word will comfort you, and hide it in your heart, and take comfort in the promises that he has for you.